As we bring in Bill Schmitz, an analyst at Deutsche Bank, who has a hold on the stock, and he joins us now from Los Angeles. Bill, welcome to Bottom Line. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Bill, Europe's issues, they are front and center right now. How's that going to affect SodaStream going forward?
Well, if you look at the European business, it really was sort of centered in Germany and Scandinavia. So if you look at Europe broadly, it's actually more of a white space opportunity. And I think what might be a little bit misleading, it's actually a value proposition. So once you pay for the machine $80, $90, it only costs about 20 cents to make a liter of sparkling water with it. So I do think there's actually decent distribution penetration opportunity outside of Germany and Scandinavia, where the business really built itself.
Bill, it's Sheila Dharmarajan here. You mentioned that savings opportunity that the machine provides for consumers. That seems to be a much more European way of thinking. They've always been a little bit more environmentally conscious. Is that really hitting a chord with consumers here? And at the end of the day, even if it is the case, do they still want to shell out that money up front?
Yeah, I think in the U.S. it's more of, it's a fun thing to do. It's a new way to make soda at home. I don't think the American consumer thinks of it from that value proposition, but maybe as it matures, I think people will become more aware of actually how cheap some of the sparkling water is becoming.
One of the big things with the company's business model is it's very much a razor blade model. They make a lot of money by selling those syrups, by selling the carbonation canisters. How can they continue to get consumers to go back in the stores and buy those syrups? Those are the high margin products that they need consumers to buy.
Yeah, it's a great question. I mean, I think they really have to build out the distribution touch points. So if you think about where you buy propane right now, every gas station in the U.S. has a propane refill facility. And I think, their dream down the road, once they get the U.S. household penetration up, is to maybe have those exchange canisters closer to people's homes so they don't have to go to the mall or to a big box store to do that refill exchange.
Now, Bill, you cover a wide range of consumer and beverage companies. Have any of the big guys started to take notice of them? Have a Pepsi or a Coke actually started to notice that they're eating away a little bit at their market?
They haven't. It's still so small in the big scheme of things. And if you look at how it's used, the outside of the U.S., the syrup business is very small. So people are really using it just to make the sparkling water. So I think it's still very early, and it probably isn't on Coke or Pepsi's radar screen yet.
Management has said that at one point they want to have more than 20,000 doors in the U.S. that carry the product. How long do you realistically think it will take them to get there?
Well, we'll see. So they're testing in Target right now. So the big coup last Christmas was Bed Bath & Beyond, which is actually a big boost for the business, and that also creates a tough comparison. So once they get Target, and if they can prove the concept at Target, I think the rest of the big box guys will probably follow suit. So I think it's going to take 2 or 3 years, but there's no reason they can't get to those distribution levels.
Bill, we only have time for one more question. You have a hold on the stock right now. What could make you change that rating to a buy or perhaps even a sell?
I think I want to see what happens with Target. So right now, like I said before, Bed Bath is a big customer, Bed Bath & Beyond that is, and they have to lap that at Christmas time. So last Christmas it was a great kind of faddish item. We'll see if there's carry through now and if that Target test goes well. So if Target goes well and they get full distribution there, I think we would obviously get more constructive in the name. And conversely, if it doesn't go well and maybe if there's some attrition in the usage patterns, then maybe we become less constructive.
Bill Schmitz from Deutsche Bank, thank you so much for your thoughts on SodaStream. You heard it from him. It's all about the distribution. Mark, back to you.
Sheila Dharmarajan and Bill Schmitz, thank you both.